All right, man. No, I was gonna let y'all get out there this weekend without talking about the fight. Sorry for the dogs running around. They're playing too much. I've been under the weather, so I've been I've been asleep all day. So, but I've been paying attention to the boxing world yesterday, man, and obviously what's been going on after the boxing world. Um, so yeah, man. But yeah, let's get to it, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel. Cash App $sign CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Appreciate the love, support. Shout out to Gary Benson for donating to the channel. Appreciate the love, support, brother. Well, yeah, we had some interesting things go by. We had some interesting things go on. Yesterday, Tank Davis. A lot of people it's always conspiracy theorists when you go into the internet about when the fight end the way it did end with him and Hector Garcia. So it's going to be conspiracy theorists about how it played out, what happened, who, what, why, where, when. Jaron Ennis, I predicted what's going to happen. It's not really pretty much a prediction. It's just to the point where I just seen it before where a guy have a lot of hype, and he get in there, he don't look good anymore, and his opponent is tough as nails or a hard style, and a lot of people just instantly want to jump off the bandwagon because of that. And I just predicted it last week what was gonna happen. I know it's hard to keep up with all my videos and stuff, but I just predicted last week what was gonna happen to him, and I just seen it before. What Too Short say? Seen it before, and I see it again. Young Tenderoni asks, "Can I be her man?" I'm playing just to play. I'm a player. Oh yeah. Too Short a legend in my book, bro. One of my favorite rappers, dog. I punched him in the chin, and then he passed out. He woke up with his pockets hurt inside out. You always hit the weak. Shout out to my boy Too Short, bro. Bay Area legend. I know the D and the Bay like cousins, bro. So yeah. Let's get in here, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I'll read the comments in a minute. Hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere. Once again, it's in the first link in the description. It's pinned in the live chat. If you're listening, should be pinned in the podcast description. If not, you can find us on YouTube, Goodfella TV. It's the first link in the description. I'm creating on Instagram as well too, so hit the link tree. You can find me on Instagram, Goodfella_TV. I believe what it is. So but yeah, man. I mean, last night was interesting. I didn't see the Demetrius Andrade fight. Hold on, I'm in here cooking a little bit. I didn't see the Demetrius Andrade fight, y'all. So, like I told you, I was I was under the weather, so I've been asleep under the covers all weekend, bro. So, I got some good content coming up for y'all tomorrow. But yeah, I did catch the end of the Rashidi Ellis fight real quick, and I heard he was up by a lot, man. Me and Lion Killer go subscribe to his channel. Me and Lion Killer was we were talking about the fight, and we knew that he needed at least a knockdown. But when I was talking to Town, he was basically saying that when I was talking to Town, he was saying that he was so far ahead. A lot of people say he was far ahead that he really didn't need the he could have had 2 or 3 knockdowns and Rashidi Ellis still should have won. So that's messed up. That's messed up, bro. So Not surprised. You know, I'm gonna say this. It ain't too more. It ain't about PBC per se. It's just to the point where since that Gennady Golovkin and Canelo first fight, they've been trying to score for the aggressor. Just because you come forward, they ain't been really scoring for boxers per se on a consistent basis. Like it's no ring generalship for making nobody miss no more. It ain't none of that. Ain't no ring generalship or nothing like that. So at the end of the day, you know how they doing it, bro. Y'all know how it is, though. They just scoring it for guys coming forward. And that last round, Rashidi Ellis, you know, they said he had one. They said he had one fight. You know, they had been one round in the last 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? They said he had been one round in the last 2 or 3 years. What y'all expected? Like if you could spar 20,000 rounds, but it's not the equivalent. It's not the equivalent of uh of a real fight. I keep telling y'all, it's not the equivalent. You got to be active. He had active, and Oscar De La Hoya said, and this was De La Hoya said, he could be lying, taking for the grain of salt. He could be lying, bro. But he said Rashidi Ellis, you know, they had fights lined up for Rashidi Ellis. He didn't want to fight nobody. Excuse me. He didn't want to fight nobody. So I don't know. I see him talking about Jaron Ennis about the money, this, that, and the third. But you gotta fight. You gotta fight. That's what it is. You gotta fight. You gotta fight. You gotta fight. Hold on. You gotta fight. Let's get it popping though. Let's get it popping. Let's pop them things. What 50 say? What 50 say? Appreciate y'all for tapping in.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Let's go. Post grad update. Tank look like Mike Tyson those early rounds. Jay Hardaway, Niner gang. Cardia K. Watt, salute. Flame on, what's going on? Shout out to Jacksonville. Post grad, what's going on? Athletic Mind, go subscribe to this channel. Hector, stop using the jab. Johnson, salute. Juice Lee was popping. Naze, Tank fight, the real champ. Salute. Smash ZK Black, salute. Linktree. My bro, exclusive. Shout out to him. Athletic Mind. Crocs Ennis. Ain't Crocs Ennis. Wow, that's what y'all call him now. Ain't look good, but he needed that 12 round. Probably did it on purpose, knowing he won't fight again until next year.
It's like going to heaven and finding God smoking crack.
Villain Ellis, yeah, I just spoke on it. I didn't see the whole fight. I just seen the end, like the last round or two. Told you I was under the weather, whatever. So, but yeah. But you look at this box rec. So last time he fought was Alexis Rocha. So that's the dude that beat Blair Cobb, right? He had won 12 rounds in 2020, right day before Halloween in 2020. So in 2 years, almost about 2 years, he went one round. He went 13 rounds in 2 years. So that ain't good enough, bro. But at the end of the day, hold on real quick. You know, but hey, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, I didn't see much of it. But somebody said Rashidi no power or Chin Ellis. He fell asleep in the championship rounds. You can't do that. You know, did y'all think the decision was the right decision? That's a great question. Like Baker Mayfield that threw the game away. Bum. Baker Mayfield's a fucking bum, bro. We all knew that. But nonetheless, let's move on. Jaron Ennis, he fought Corinne Chukhadzhiann last night. You know, a lot of people saying this, what y'all want to talk about. Pretty sure it's a popular topic in the intake. A lot of people said that he got exposed last night. I hadn't seen Chukhadzhiann. I ain't gonna lie, but I knew when his dad said they didn't watch film. They make adjustments as they go because every fight different. It's kind of like Floyd coined that shit. Nobody's really saying that until Floyd starts saying it. Jaron said he had seen the opponent, and then when they did the stare off and the opponent didn't look away, I knew he was in. I know he was gonna be tougher than he bargained for. I didn't know he was gonna go 12, but I knew this guy was gonna go some rounds, and I think this guy would have made a lot of guys kind of look bad. But you know, you need the experience, you need the season. I don't think he took him. I don't think he wanted to go 12. You know, he talked about the knockout. His little short say missed to catch a body. You know what I'm saying? You know, so he was looking for the knockout. He was going out there. I think he was playing into the crowd, looking for one punch. And you notice when Kareem Usman started working his angles, or Kareem Usman, sorry. My bad. Corinne Chukhadzhiann started using his angles. All that shit that Boots usually do, the slipping, the turning, all of it was gone. So his angles took away, and his style took away Boots' ability to be, you know, the slippery, flashy stuff. And then Boots started coming forward behind the high guard, walking him down, looking for one or two big shots. And, you know, the combination stop. You didn't see the 3 and 4 punches from the hip. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, that's what happens when you don't study your opponent. And when fighters say and trainers say, well, I ain't watched the film, what you expect? What you expect when you say you don't watch the film? You know what I'm saying? This is why you watch the film. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking like he would have jabbed to the chest. You know, he would have put 2 or 3 in the body, you know, real quick ones, and, you know, used his hand speed, and Chukhadzhiann took all that away. You know, I guess he took Ukrainian dance lessons too. So I guess he took Ukrainian dance lessons too. So, but yeah, you know, the movement, you know, it did something to him. You know, and you know, it's no more flashy shit. It's no more angles. It was no more none of that. It was no more none of that. All that went out the window. So, I mean, you know, what could he have done? You know, you'd like to see him pick up the jab. That's what you want to see. You'd like to see him pick up the jab. You know, like him pick up the jab, you know, throw more, switch up the speeds. He was looking for one big shot. And I think he was playing into the crowd. I think him and Tank was too worried about the crowd, and that's part of the experience. You can't worry about you can't worry about what everybody think, because when you lose, everybody gonna have something to say. Floyd went out there every time and did what he did what he had to do to win. No matter if people said it's boring, no matter what they said. Floyd went out there and did it just won. You can't worry about the crowd. All that. Look in the crowd, people coming to see you. It was pretty much like Black Hollywood out there. Gilly there, Meek Mill there. We talk about that in a minute. All them there, he playing into the crowd, make sure the thumbs up button, trying to look good and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what he worried about. He going out there looking for one or two big shots or whatever the situation may be. I mean, can't do it. Can't do it. And old boy went in there. He came in focused, could take a punch. He took Boots one shot. He took Boots two shots. Boots really got 3, 4, 5 shots in a row because that dude knew how to get out of there. Kind of like you knew what Sandor Martin was going to bring for Teofimo Lopez. You knew it. we didn't know much about Chukhadzhiann. And I don't know who opinion was it to go out there and see Chukhadzhiann and pick him. Was it the IBF? Was it the matchmakers at PBC? Was it Showtime? I don't know who went out there to go find him. They thought he was going to be weak. They thought because he couldn't punch like that. And he was scoring on Jaron Ennis. That left hook was scoring that wheel when Ennis was on the southpaw position. If he can punch, it'd have been a little bit more interesting. It'd have been a little bit interesting if he could punch. But yeah, that's what happened when you don't respect your opponent enough to go do your homework. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened when you don't respect your opponent enough to do your homework. And you think he about to come over. He thought he was going to come in there and just knock him out. He believed that. And this dude was ranked number 4 in the IBF for a reason. But I told y'all this was going to happen. I said Jaron Ennis going to fight somebody, and he pulls a steamroll, and the guy going to take rounds, and the guy going to look, he going to cause problems, and people going to say he was exposed, he was a bum, and all that type of stuff. I'm telling you. A lot of people going to jump off that bandwagon that quick. This ain't the first time we seen nobody like Jaron Ennis. Oh, nobody want to fight him. Look at the style. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to fight somebody. And he was in there with a high-risk, low-reward person. That's he was in there with. I mean, a low-risk, low-reward person. Chukhadzhiann ain't had nothing to do but gain off this fight. That's it. He ain't had nothing to do but gain. That's all he had to do was gain. He had nothing really to lose. People say, well, we may not see Chukhadzhiann again because of the way he fought. So it is what it is. Most people thought we weren't going to see him again because he was going to get steamrolled. But I knew when I seen this fight, I was like, yeah. You go on the internet, he ain't that good. I heard, Virgil Ortiz fans saying, I told y'all Virgil could beat him and all that. Virgil Ortiz fight nothing like Korean Chukhadzhiann. He ain't fight nothing, he don't fight nothing like Korean Chukhadzhiann. Nothing like him. Nothing like him. So they ain't surprised me. They ain't surprised me at all. But I knew once he gonna get in there with somebody that can take his punch, he's gonna get in there with somebody that can that was gonna go some rounds with him. And I knew people was gonna turn around and say, oh, I knew Jaron wasn't that good. They have a field day. So he should be motivated to come back, and prove that, it was just a fluke. But yeah, his feet looked a little heavy last night. He was following Korean Chukhadzhiann, but the thing about Chukhadzhiann last night, he was going left and right. It's hard to cut the ring off for somebody that can go both ways. Yeah, old boy was going both ways last night. Pause. He go both ways, bro. He said Speedy is definitely he said I thought that second left hook was the one that ruined Garcia's sight. He says Speedy is definitely game for any fighter. But like you said, his inactivity gets the best of him. And it's not him, period. Flame on. Johnson said best experience in the ring. It's not sparring. He will learn from this and move forward. Blueprint is out there from Gary Anti-Russell for boots. Well, Chukhadzhiann didn't use that blueprint. He used something else. Devin Haney and Lomachenko was holding this up when if Garcia and Tank is on the April 15th, shouldn't the others two be already signed, sealed, and delivered? Lomachenko and Haney ain't fighting until May, if they fight at all. Needs more educated feet. Support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. Yeah, Wallow was there too. He said it was good. We can hear Ronaldo salute. You see the Seahawks won, man. dirty. You know, Baker Mayfield a bum. How about that? He said he do look good with them dentures. Who you talking about? Boots ain't what they hyped him up to be. If Corinne could punch, Boots wouldn't even got matched with him. He said if Corinne could punch, all right, that way he said lows up too much. He said lows up too much. He should touch him. Go downstairs to break him down. Lack of experience. That's what they say. Experience is the best teacher. The hype is most based on flash and disdain for other fighters. To be honest, Boots is still solid in my opinion. He said salute Boots pitched to shut out, but he got a little too much. He got hit a little bit too much for my liking. Lathers. High conscious, yeah, he wasn't only comfortable going right for a little bit of time. Jaron should have just focused on cut off right and stayed in the southpaw position. He said the fight was pretty close scorecard wise until Tank landed the temple punch. He's not going to be able to do that with the bigger, faster, stronger opponents. We get there. So, I mean, left. He said, "I damn ignored my comment." I did. It must have got banned. Yeah, I don't know. It must have got banned. I'm reading from the. Just put it up again. Fight was embarrassing. Why you say it was embarrassing? But yeah, you know, Chukhadzhiann got in there and everybody was boo. He running. It's funny when you hear the black fans say somebody running because usually, you know, we the ones being accused of running in boxing. So that's usually hilarious. We usually the ones getting accused of running. Real talk, we usually the ones getting accused of running. You know, you hear the black crowd boo. You hear black creator saying, you know what I'm saying. You hear black creator saying, you know, he ran. Oh, boo. Oh man, that's what you usually hear. Boo. Boo. Are you talking about Baker Mayfield? Yeah, I ain't even watched, bro. I was sick, man. I wouldn't go watch that game. Can't count on no Baker Bumfield. But yeah, whoa. It was you never see Korean Chukhadzhiann again. Boo. You know, but like I said before, people gonna jump off that Ennis bandwagon. Watch. I mean, in my opinion, I think he's real good. This thing got in there with a guy that he wasn't prepared for. Well, nobody prepared for no Ukrainian dude to come in that boy and be, you know, try to be Lomachenko in there. He wasn't correct. He wasn't prepared for that. And that's his fault. His father, you know, you can't say, well, every fight is different. And you can't, how you going to prepare for a dude like that on the fly? You know what I'm saying? And people say, oh, he could be Ennis, he could be Spence. Yeah, maybe he could. Who knows? But you saw a lot of holes in this game. You saw his power get diffused last night a little bit. The old boy was able to roll with it a little bit. But, you know, that's what happens when you don't continue to challenge prospects with good fights. How you gonna continue to, you know, how you gonna get better without fighting, you know, while continuing to challenge him? So, you know, he need names to get him up. But like I said before, this might be his equivalent of Errol Spence fight Mikey Garcia, and it may, you know, get other guys more comfortable getting in the ring with him. So yeah, it might get guys confidence to get in the ring with him. To be honest. But repost your comment. I didn't mean to ignore it. I can't find it. He said, was not impressed with Boots at all. Jason Oates. He said, why everybody acting like Boots shut him out? I mean, that's because that's what Steve Farhood said. I didn't think he shut him out, but hey. Ellis didn't learn the first rule of being a slick fighter. You got to have great conditioning. Or you got to learn how to be plant your feet and conserve energy and be more offensive. Boots and Virgil still got a ways to go. And yeah, true. He said, Fred said that today about Boots Pops, how a black trainer going to say a non-black fighter was running That's just an excuse because he ain't look like Superman and couldn't cut the ring off. Laugh out loud. I mean, I'm just saying. I ain't know the pop said that, but I knew. I knew. I heard him last night. I heard people on social media last night. Boo, he running. I was in group chats and all types of shit. People were saying that he was running and all this, and I'm just thinking about how black people accusing a Ukrainian of running. That shit crazy. We usually be the ones being accused. Boo! Boo! Hilarious, bro. Hilarious. I was sitting there like, are you freaking serious? Are you serious? But they did it to themselves. You gotta watch the film. You gotta watch the film. You gotta watch the film. Ain't no two ways around it. But that's crazy. People say the Ukrainian ran. Loss and defeats only make an individual stronger. True, I did my homework on this dude. Moose fought. He never fought like that from what I seen. Damn. The motherfucker came out. That nigga showed versatility. That dude showed versatility, bro. See, I think Boots, a lack of activity hurts him too. He's too young. Need to be to be more active. Shout out to All Stop Sports. I see in Box Tank got treated like Gambosa last night. Win or lose. I don't know what that means, but appreciate the super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
I don't know what that means. He got treated by Gambosa. Like him. Cowboys already in the playoff for Austin. They lost. Did they play their starters? Could Sean Porter have beaten Boots? I mean, of course he could have. He's a seasoned fighter. He's an experienced fighter. Boots ain't nowhere near his best. He shouldn't be. Nobody at 47 fight like Kareem. He would have gave anybody at 47 issues. People getting carried away with Boots, steal the goods, this type of stuff will happen. He human. I'm only human. My Jeffrey Osborne voice. Maybe right. Well, there was a lot of holes in there last night. He got to cover up. All these excuses for Boots. Loudest laughing. He said, I don't call that running. I call it strategically staying in the fight and staying away from the knockout. Yeah, I ain't mad at it. I ain't calling it running either, but it's just funny how people call it running. Black people at that. Lack of experience was telling was. His biggest experience was trying to play to the crowd. He was trying to impress the crowd and shit. Him and Tank was too worried about what the crowd think. You better focus on what's going on in that ring. This is what you better think. DM Joshua, maybe Team Boost will watch tape on their future opponent. Well, they saying he ain't never fought like that before, so I don't know. Boost still beats Virgil. It's a tough fight for Spencer Crawford, in my opinion. Not necessarily saying he'll win, but he has a chance. Yeah, I can see that. What they're not saying is how much he touched Boots last night. I like Boots. Yeah, he touched him a little bit. Have you ever seen a bum from the Ukraine? Not a lot. Korean is a southpaw. Isaac Chilumba. Yeah, he kind of give you that vibe to do for 175. They said the same thing. The same people was praising Rigo for his performance versus Casper War. Yep, it's fickle. Cody Crowley would have beat Boots last night. I don't know about that. I don't know. Movement is being slick is good, but it has to be an effective movement. You'd have you throwing something along the movement. Just I don't agree with that, bro. Because a lot of people do. A lot of these dudes do ineffective aggression, and they come forward and they don't be landing shit. It just look like they landed, and they get credit for it, Kevin. So I don't necessarily agree with that assessment. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people just don't think because it ain't pleasant to the naked eye. See what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't think I see a lot of times a lot of guys come forward and it's not effective aggression. They coming forward, eating punches, not being effective, and nobody ever says, well, that's ineffective aggression. Nobody ever says that. Nobody. So if we gonna say, well, all that moving ain't ring generalship, then we gotta say, the ineffective aggression is not ring generalship. Just because you coming forward and you look like you making a fight, it's called boxing. It's not called street fighting. So I never understood how we give credit to aggressive fighters for their ineffective aggression. I'm just calling a spade. And I know it looked good when you got the three angles and look different from TV and look like they making a fight, but no, we can't score a fight based on how pleasant it is to the naked eye. We can't score a fight on that. How pleasant it is to the naked eye. Okay. No running in boxing. You can't cut the ring off that show off the problem. Exactly. I agree with that one. But shout out to Kevin Chandler, though. Why Garcia quit like a little... Who was Garcia? Oh, yeah. I get there. Boots watches anybody who stands in front of him. I mean, yeah, that same thing for Tank. I'm going to get to that about Tank, too. Boots 116, 112 to me. I ain't scored, bro. You have to be a pure boxer, puncher to be... But I don't think so. You have to be a pure boxer, puncher. I seen Gary Anton Russell back his ass up. Truth be told, I see Gary Anton Russell back him up. So I always thought you had to be the aggressor to beat him, but he showed last night you can box him to beat him. You give him some movement, but usually guys with movement, they used to fighting other guys with movement. They used to coming forward. He used to dictate the real estate. In Kareem Usman, he dictated the real estate last night. Boots missed a lot, but the dude wasn't making him pay at all. Because if he made him pay, he would have got cracked. Boots beat the shit out of the air last night. This nigga, man. Flame on is hilarious, bro. Yo. This is hilarious, bro. All right. They made an example out of Ellis last night. I had him winning with the knockdowns, but the judges been tired of the running around the ring. Exactly. I've been saying that. I thought Karan won 4 rounds. Yeah, probably around there. You think Kevin Cunningham was a solid coach? Absolutely. Why not? What brings that up? Of course. Real good coach. See, that's the balance of aggression and movement of fighters. That's why Bud is my favorite fighter. Thurman beats Boots. I don't know about that. Maybe. I don't know. Does boxers still score ring just over defense? No, they don't. They just score fucking aggression ever since that Canelo Triple G fight. Rob P. Alliance. I didn't expect to make the playoffs. Not hoping on Baker Mayfield and going to Lambeau. He said Ellis just lost to Caveman and nearly got stopped. And then Ellis wish he took the Boots for now. Everybody got their cap on for Boots. What you expect? I really didn't like. I knew this was gonna happen. I predicted it. I didn't know it was gonna be Kareem Usman or Kareem Chukhadzhiann. I could call this dude Usman. But hold on, give me 1 minute, y'all. But yeah, I didn't, but let's move on to Tank because I ain't gonna be here long. So Tank, he fighting fought Hector Garcia last night, and Hector said he couldn't see I think a lot of people was talking about how Hector. I think a lot of people was talking about how Hector then wasn't moving his legs. I think some people, some chats I was in. I think the Russell said this, that it looks like something was wrong with Hector Luis Garcia leg. He wasn't moving his legs. He was just sitting in front of Tank and he wasn't moving. I just think of him as being a plotter, and that's why he was there, to stand right in front of Tank. He didn't have great leg movement. And he sat right in the pocket with Tank. Then box, then make Tank pick up his legs or nothing. And Gary Russell said that Tank is flat-footed and, Tank is slow. And, he fought another flat-footed opponent. Hector Luis Garcia didn't move his legs. Didn't expect him to move his legs. He sat there and it was there to get beat on, And you got somebody that's planting their feet and, who there, you think why Cobra just didn't use his lateral and his athleticism and his foot movement. This angle's to be Hector Luis Garcia, but it's exactly what they wanted for Tank Davis. Shout out to Ricky, I see you. They wanted Tank Davis to be in there with somebody that was going to be on the line, be there to get hit, stand in front of him, not give him no movement. And that's part of the matchmaking process. Ryan Garcia, guess what? He ain't gonna move. He ain't gonna move his feet. He ain't gonna use no jab. He ain't got no feet. He a flat-footed fighter. And that's why, they wanted, that's why they didn't mind fighting Ryan Garcia. Hector Luis Garcia the same way. Ain't known to be the biggest puncher in the world. You know what I'm saying? And Tank Davis found him. Now the knockdown, people saying was fishy, and PBC had fishy, stoppages like that. I was just talking to Tom earlier today, talking about the Peter Quillen and Gabriel Rosado stoppage. That was some bullshit. What's the other one? Not Hector, but Luis Collazo and Keith Thurman. How crazy, how stupid that, how insane that stoppage was. So you can go on and on about it. Tank Davis, they're gonna keep putting him in there with guys who are gonna be flat-footed, stand in front of him, and they're not gonna put him in the ring with guys who can move their feet, who can show lateral movement, who can walk and chew bubblegum. I'm just being real. That's the game plan.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
That's the game plan. That's exactly what they want to accomplish. They want to keep guys in front of him that's not going to give him lateral movements. The same thing with Errol Spence. They don't want to put Errol Spence in there with guys who are going to get lateral movement, who are going to move off the line and make them pick up their feet. Just notice the guys that they fighting. Bro. They fighting guys that's going to stay right on the line, that's going to sit right there, that's not showing no movement, and who gonna be right there? Who gonna be right there to hit them? To hit. They ain't gotta work for their food. And that's what Tank fighting. You notice when he fought Gamboa, who can give him a little lateral movement, he took him almost 12 rounds.
All right. Let's go.
He took him almost 12 rounds when he got in there with somebody who showed some lateral movement, who was able to slide. That's what they want to put Tank in there with flat-footed fighters that can't move out the way. He can land it. He can hit them. Same thing with Leo Santa Cruz. Guys that's gonna sit right in front of him can hit him. The test of the true test for Tank is he get in there and fight. Can he really work for his knockout? Versus somebody who can move and box and move and all that. That's gonna be the test. And obviously they're matchmaking him away from that right now. All I see in boxers say Hector did decent last night. That jab kept Tank away without the feet. Tank exposed Ryan, has a great chance to win with the jab and the left hook. Appreciate you, bro.
Tell him to bring me my money.
Tank, Ryan don't have no feet. Ryan is right there to be hit. And Ryan not gonna tuck his chin and get behind his shoulder like Hector Luis Garcia is neither. I'm telling you, he not gonna get behind his shoulder like that. I'll tell you that right now. He not gonna get behind his shoulder like that. And that's why Ryan is being picked, and that's why Hector Luis Garcia is being picked. He's a plotter. So Tank ain't gonna have to work and move his feet. He could be flat-footed and have to find him. He right there in front of you to beat up on him. No matter how much upper body movement Hector gave him a jab, but Hector wasn't stepping over with the jab. Hector one going in and out, side to side, and that's why they ain't gonna put him in there with nobody like Shakir Stevens or Devin Haney. Because he gonna have to work for that knockout. Who can beat Tank Davis? A lot of people can beat Tank Davis. Ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be easy. Well, a lot of people can beat Tank Davis. It's boxing. But yeah, he getting somebody in there that can move their feet, show some lateral movement, and can jab. That's gonna be a problem for him. And when he can't plant them feet to throw them punches, we're gonna see what type of fighter he is. Can he generate power off platform? I'm telling you, it's a reason why he fighting guys that's standing like statues, bro. I'm telling you, man, if Jaron Ennis ain't show you that, and all these other great fighters ain't show you, it's somebody that always can take your punch. Can he get to 2 or 3 shots? That's the question. Keep punching on guys who's sitting there like a punching bag. Thurman is a 1-2 guy. Isn't a 1-2 guy, more like a 1-3 guy. Man, more like a 2-3 guy. I mean, a 3-4 guy, in my opinion. So Tank is a Canelo PBC where he fights only flat-footed fighters with no footwork. Floyd Mayweather did the same shit. After a while with Al, of course. Of course. Tank resume is flat-footed champs moving up in weight or prospects for his contenders. And that's what it is. A protected resume. Ryan could stop Tank if he's working on his footwork and distance control. He can't. That's nothing that you can pick up, bro. There's nothing that you can pick up over a year, over a training camp. He can't. How you gonna learn to get on your toes if you're not a fighter that get on your toes? How you a fighter learn to get footwork? You ain't a fighter that got footwork. Or distance. He ain't that type of fighter, bro. Yeah, he could catch Tank. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not banking on it at all. Garcia chin in the air too much, but a good jab and right will give Tank. He don't have no jab neither. He don't have a jab neither, bro. He throw one hard jab. They said Earl gonna destroy Boots, but now don't realize that niggas ain't moving like Korean Chukhadzhiann. They not. What up, Bryce? What's going on, bro? They not. But there's more than one way to skin a cat. Anthony Ware, salute. Yeah, salute, hit the thumbs up button. He said he worked too hard for Hector to quit. How he gonna get the dead? I mean, he did. But Tank Davis is somebody that paces himself. He can take his time because he can depend on his power. He knows his opponent not gonna roll out nowhere. But if you make him work for that shit, you know what I'm saying? You make him work, make him move his feet, pick up his feet, and make him really work for it, and you hitting him and he can't find you. This is gonna tell you what Tank really made of. I'm not saying Tank ain't got Tank can't still win. He can. Anytime you got the power speed that he got, but here's what it is. It's hard to generate power on the move. Only a few can do it. You hit the like button, ho. Come on, man. I'll be watching and only hit the like button. That shit crazy. But what he's saying is true. It's hard to generate that power off platform. Floyd can do it. Floyd, one of the few guys who can do it. But yeah, we already knew what was going to happen. I wasn't even really paying attention to that fight, man, because I knew exactly what was going to happen. What's that song about Rude Boys? It's written all over your face. You ain't got to stay a word. It was already, you already knew. It was supposed to be a tune-up. So why would I pay money to see a tune-up? Ask yourself that. Why would I pay money to see a tune-up?
We's moving, Mr. Boss Man. We's moving.
Why? Why? To see Tank beat up on another Spanish fighter. Or Latino fighter, whatever you want to call them. We ain't learned nothing new about Tank last night. He focused, he gonna beat up on guys who gonna stand in front of him. I mean, shit. Anybody in this room, if we stand in front of somebody And we got chances to punch them. They got a chance to punch us. Everybody got a chance. Everybody got a chance. He fighting guys coming up. He not fighting guys in the division. You know what I'm saying? He doing what he doing. It's all by playing. And Ryan Garcia, no different from Hector Luis Garcia, bro. What's the difference? Ryan Garcia, got some more speed, more known. That's it. He got more power. He naturally bigger. But other than that, he don't possess a great jab. He don't possess great defense. He don't possess great feet. Another Latino fighter who's going to stand right in front of you. But the difference is he can't tuck his chin. He can't tuck his chin like Hector Luis Garcia. He can't. He can't. He can't. That chin go fly up in the air. He ain't battle tested. He didn't want to fight the. They did want to fight the same chin, but I'm gonna wait till I cook on Ryan towards the end.
Someone call 911.
But they put Tank in there. That's what Floyd did at the end of his career. Fought a bunch of flat-footed Mexicans. He ran for Pacquiao for years. That's why niggas talking about I'm the best, and you ain't fighting the best. Come on, I ain't really trying to hear that. Go prove it. And he can count on your power bailing you out when you fight the statue. Will Five Dog say, I never let a statue tell me how nice I am? Come on. Punching and moving is a lost art. Watch Hearns and Benitez textbook footwork. It is. That's one of the things that make Terrence Crawford dangerous. He's still on Boots, bro. Boots went to stuttering when they asked about Spence. Laugh while I asked Bonzi finna get that boy crucified. You gonna be stuck on Boots, ain't you, bro? But yeah, Hector Luis Garcia, yeah, man. He was a warm body, and I don't expect Tank to get better fighting guys like that. First he was only 23 years old. First he was only 24 years old. First he was only this years old. How you expect that? And old boy would have no footwork last night. You thought he was Jorge Sebastian Highland when he fought Charlo and he drug his leg to the ring. That's what you would have thought. Real square business. You would have thought that he was that guy. He wasn't moving his leg. I've seen a couple people yesterday talking about I seen a couple people yesterday talking about who was talking about him not moving his legs. Was his legs hurt? I think Gary Russell brought it up yesterday too. He did a live stream in which he was saying Tank was slow and all that type of stuff. Hold on. People saying, well, Tank, he's slow and all that type of stuff, and but yeah, and old boy wasn't moving his legs, and he wasn't. And I really never looked at him as a leg mover. He more of a plotter. So I don't know if he had an injury or nothing like that, but I really never I never looked at him like that. But hold on. You can pull it up.
I'm in here watching this Tank. We like good round we in, we 5 rounds in. This shit is, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I see why they don't want him to fight me though, cause he might still get this dude up out of here. Hopefully he does, but from what I'm seeing, he's slow as a motherfucker. He's super flat-footed.
That's his favorite part is Tank's mom's fighting
Y'all better stop talking shit, talking about something. to do this, that, the third with you, man. This shit terrible. Y'all see what the fuck I'm saying? Stay fuck away from me, man. Fifth round, man. He just landed a good shot, but.
All right, so that's a little bit of. You go to his Instagram and he's speaking on it.
Y'all might want to keep y'all
saying that he's flat-footed and he wasn't looking good. People saying he a hater and all that type of stuff. And he got an opinion. They was front row last night. Shout out to Gary Russell. And at the end of the day, a fighter can see certain things. He been on Gary Russell. Gary Russell been on his head. From when he came back and said Floyd called him instead of telling him stop picking on Tank. He making his peers look bad, and for whatever reason they didn't want to make that fight. And obviously he couldn't have fought yesterday anyway because of his shoulder injury. But a lot of people kind of realizing he doing more talking than actually wanting to get in the ring and fight. But that's a fight that people think could do big numbers down there. And, even after the fight at Royal Farms where Tank won and they asked about Gary Russell and Floyd took the mic away from Gervonta Davis, for whatever reason, they don't want to make that fight. And that's a fight that most people think that Tank can win. But whatever reason, Gary Russell inflict a lot of fear in guys down there. And I'm saying, that he's not a good fighter. He's a really good fighter. But you just think with Tank talk about this power and all this, that, and the third, that he will be able to beat up on him. That's my opinion, that he able to beat up on him. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's one of the fights that PBC should make. I don't know why, but to kind of get to people talking about like Hector quitting and stuff like that. I mean, does it really matter if Hector quit or not or got knocked out? At the end of the day, did we expect Hector to come in here and win? No. Hector probably did. I mean, the fight didn't come on till like 2 a.m. So they had to tell Hector Luis Garcia to probably lay down. They don't rent that venue that long. The fight didn't come on till like 2 a.m, bro. This East Coast, this ain't West Coast time. This East Coast time, bro. This on the East Coast. So Hector Luis Garcia probably did, was probably asked to lay down and quit so they can get out there so they don't go over their rental time. He probably did. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he was. Cause they was in there a long ass time, bro. For a fight to come on at 2 a.m, bro, on the East Coast. Come on. So if he did quit or didn't quit, what's the difference? He was gonna lose regardless. And that's the crazy thing about boxing, bro. About PBC, they got some of the strangest endings to their fights, bro.
Damn!
They got some of this. You ever notice some of their fights just end strange, like the Quillen and Rosado fight, like the Collazo and Thurman fight? You ever notice that shit? You might want to get an investigation. The Jake Paul fight, Showtime, man, they fights be ending fishy as hell. Don't nobody else fights end like PBC fights or Showtime fights. None of them. None of them. None of them. So, I think he took a dive. I really don't care. I don't care if Hector Luis Garcia took a dive. To be honest, I give a fuck. I don't care. I didn't expect him to win. I wasn't a consumer of this fight. I barely even woke up to watch this fight because I was sick. To be honest. Did you expect anything different? No, people talking about, well, he didn't have any swelling or anything like that. I don't care, bro. I didn't expect nothing different, bro. Only thing in this boxing game that you could do is hope for the upset. That's all you can do is hope for the upset. You can't hope for nothing more, nothing less, bro. Just hope for the upset. People say, well, he had no swelling or nothing like that. I mean, at the end of the day, that's up to him, the Lord, and the doctors. He knew he wasn't going to win. He wanted to go out and get his check. Go get your check, man. I ain't tripping. Ain't nobody expect nothing less from Hector Luis Garcia, bro. Or nothing more. At all. And that's the God honest truth. And that's the God honest truth. So that ain't surprised me none. If he quit, he quit. Does it really matter? Are we gonna do a class action lawsuit? Because most of y'all streamed it anyway. So let me know if y'all want to do a class action lawsuit. Let me know if y'all want to do a class action lawsuit, bro. Let me know. Let me know. But, you know, I don't really care. I don't even care no more. If he dived, he dove. So be it. That's up to him. But I didn't expect him to come in and win, but it was, you know, he don't have no foot movement. Remember that. Taking in there, somebody can move their feet and give him some angles, it's going to be trouble. It's going to be big trouble. Big trouble. Big trouble. But back to Gary Russell real quick. I mean, you know, he do a lot of talking, but I heard he be pricing himself out. He want to get paid like a welterweight. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. He want to get paid like a welterweight. But him and Tank, I don't understand why wouldn't you do that? That's my question. Why wouldn't you, as Al Heyman, why wouldn't you want to make that fight? That's my $1 million question. Why wouldn't you want to get Tank and Gary Russell? Why wouldn't you? It ain't about what the fighters want. You gave the fighters what they wanted. And you lost a lot of money. You lost a lot of money. You lost a lot of money. Shouldn't they be trying to make all their snaps back, all their ends back? That's crazy. Gary got beat by Bruce Lee. He ain't effort with Tank. With one arm. Let's not forget that. And some people think he won. If it's that easy and it's a lucrative fight, make the fight. I don't understand it. Make the fight. They making fights that they should be easily making that's very winnable. And what the F does Tank fighting Ryan prove? I think that's what he meant. They fighting at 36-pound Twitter belt. Proves nothing, bro. I still got Jamel over BOT Prime Bud. Cool. I mean, who cares? It ain't gonna never happen. So you speaking to deaf ears. Boost ain't Boost no more. What is what is that? Chanteladis. I still think Tank would have beat him, but a little tussle in the crowd seemed to break Garcia's momentum. Yeah, Tank came out, got a second breather, and that was Meek Mill and Gary Russell getting into it. They said that Meek Mill apologized, said he had a couple shots, and him and the Russell brothers got into it. You know, he was deep as hell. I was like, Meek Mill, 34, 35 years old, still traveling with 50 niggas. That shit crazy. I fuck with Meek though, but he see him into his wrong. I heard he said he had a couple too many shots and they got into it. And I mean, shit, you know, I told y'all they want y'all ninjas out there in Vegas. Didn't I tell y'all that? Look what y'all doing out there at the Capital One Arena. You think they want that out there in Vegas? They was already banning brothers like Meek Mill and DJ Mustard in Vegas. or something like that was going on. They don't want y'all out in Vegas. Y'all don't know how to act. Support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Let's see, Tank Gary Russell at 140. I don't think Gary Russell, Anton Russell, quite ready yet. He almost getting there. PBC should start at 7 instead of 9. Exactly. And what I don't like is that Tank team is getting away from talking about skills and talking about power. Power is always skill set first. Then again, these PBC full of we seen that. Flat out TV salutes going on. Yeah, I mean, that's all they talk about. It takes so you got no power, you can't win. What do power, man? After a while, when you start fighting somebody, that shit ain't gonna matter as much. It ain't gonna matter as much. That's the crazy thing about it. He said rigged fight, even Devin Haney said it. I ain't gonna go as far as saying it was rigged, but they was far in that fight. They was far in that fight. I will say that. The PBC be having the strangest endings, bro. Tell me I'm lying. PBC be having the strangest endings. Come on. Tank exposed at 140. I don't know about exposed. Detroit. Yeah, we heard. I didn't expect to make the playoffs. But I don't like Philadelphia going too far with y'all lame ass shoulder quarterback right now. Y'all look terrible versus the Giants D team. Big G salute. Gary can't sell out a fish dinner. He sold out of the MGM Grand. Harbor Bay and kept the purse. So I don't know about that. Hector Garcia can't sell neither. They be killing me with that shit. Who got sell against? Nobody, including Errol Spence. I don't think I didn't see Tank power slightly deflate when Garcia started touching that body more off the Tank good, but he ain't unbeatable. I mean, yeah, of course. He should have been going to the body. Tank ain't got no abs, no none down there. He should go to the body. That's the first thing I do is go to Tank body. That's the first thing I do. Devin the hater, Tank will sleep him too. Well, let's see it then. Let's see it. Detroit will couch where my Eagle. I don't care. Y'all ain't going nowhere neither. It's like, no, I can't say that. Eagles fire. I'm riding with the black quarterback. I ain't gonna lie. Fucking with Jalen Hurts. Ain't never seen a human stop a tank. He's trolling now. This nigga trolling, bro. Gary Tickets he trolling now, bro. That's definitely not true. He trolling, man.
Sunshine when Tank's gone. Only dark times for you. Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone. And Leonard Ellaby, why you always talking about me?
Hate to say this too, but if they ever drag Al Heyman in front of the Department of Justice that one time, I'm gonna cheer on the FBI. Go get him, Agent Paul. Y'all, wow. Or y'all acting like Hampton's Roy said, y'all acting like Jerion's lost the fight. We were praising the guy who had no intentions of winning, criticizing the guy. Man, hey, that's y'all. That's between y'all. Y'all saying that. I ain't saying that. Damn, where did Ellaby go? Is he still promoting? No, burn.
To this day.
He said to this day. Y'all got any questions I'll answer them though. But yeah, man, Ellaby faded into the wind. Mind blowing decisions in his head on. Devin hugged me, man. Floyd hugged motherfuckers too. Y'all be having selective memory. Floyd was hugging his opponents too. Nigga did the step in the name of love. With Madonna step back, right side, up and down, bring it back. Let me see you do the love. That was him. That was him. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't too surprised by Tank, bro. I knew it was gonna come to an end. We knew it was gonna come to an end. Hector said, I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. I ain't cash in nothing today, bro. At all. I'm glad the NFL season over with. I did not win enough this year. I've been cracking more on basketball. I ain't been playing because I don't watch that shit no more. At all. At all. Hold on. He said nobody hating on Boots. Yeah, I'm not talking about Fly Eagles Fly. Fly. All right, I'm out of here. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace. Let's be on the podcast.